let's talk about if you need a car or not. This is a funny topic because it could go in a lot of different directions and become circular. I'll show you how it can become circular. In my case, I had a company car for 2 years, and I figured, I have a decent paying job. I should at least have a car, right? Like, that's their first thought. There was other people I worked with that were just buying newer and newer cars or fixing up cars to be real fancy. Like green interiors and big stereos and hydraulics and weird stuff. But I didn't even see the utility of having a car at all. I mean, to work for that company, any company in California you work for, it seems like they want you to work 10-hour days, 6 days a week if it's a good paying job. And that doesn't allow you any time to drive your car. So, like, you don't really need a car if you have a company car. So that's how it ate its tail for me. I just didn't drive it. And I actually deteriorated the paint. I had a $4,000 paint job and it faded away. I just blew a head gasket because I just let that car sit in the sun for 2 years. And it's sad, I keep throwing money at that car. Now I drive it, but it wasn't worth it during that time. And I was holding on to that feeling like I need a car, I actually let my brother borrow it for about a year too, so that was nice that at least somebody got to drive it. And I don't know. I know a lot of people that just move close to where they work and then they just don't even have a car once they get there. They're just like, yep, I'm here. And that's not even a bad idea. I've thought about it myself so many times, just like that job, especially if you have a company car. You could go get groceries on your way home in a company car. I mean, mine was like GPS tracked and stuff, but I don't think you need a car. I think it's just to attract a mate in the main kind of like social ways of like hanging out with your friends and having a car to like be able to go to the grocery store. You could ask your neighbor to like, can I go to the grocery store with you, and you guys could like get stuff done together, but it's not that way. It's more like, where's my car? And nobody wants to help you when you don't have a car. And you start feeling like, man, people are starting to treat me like shit now that I don't have a car. It's really fucked up. My coworker was hassling on my other coworker today, saying like, hey, you're never going to get any chicks if you don't have a car. And it totally reaffirmed to me that it's really just to attract a mate. There's no reason why that guy needs a car. Like, for what? Just pick up chicks? It is essential, right? If everybody is really just out competing each other for a mate by this whole car thing, that's really sad, and it's really shallow. I noticed as you get into my age group, it's better if you have a house. Like, girls would like you to eventually grow up and own a house, but that's another one of those things where I personally don't believe I would ever own a house, I just don't think about it. And that's how people are with their cars. They're just like, I've never owned a car. No, I'm not buying a car. Or they'll just be like, yeah, I'm buying a really fancy one. I'm just saving the money. They just don't care anymore. They don't need a car.